Hello everyone, we often use the term bargain. What is the term bargain means? It is the agreement between two persons to give and to take. So for what we take or we give, we have to pay a price. But human, we takes the agreement in terms of material wealth as like power, wealth, health, etc. Rabindranath Tagore has written this beautiful poem, The Last Bargain, which talks about something other than like the material wealth. The speaker in this poem is a man who is jobless. He is lookout for a job and he is calling out for everyone to hire him. At first, he meets the king with a sword in his chariot and he offers him with a job that to hire with his power, that is his wealth, but he opposes. Next he meets an old man who will be carrying a bag of gold and he wants to hire him by giving a bag of gold, but again the man refuses and he moves forward. Then he met a fairy and she wants to hire him with her beautiful eyes and her smile. But again, by seeing that the man refuses, he moves forward and then he met a child playing with the shells on the shore. Then the child wants to hire for nothing because it did not have anything. Then the man agrees soon. Why? What was the reason behind to refuse the three bargains, and why did he accept the last bargain, and why did he refuse and accept all these? We will see in the poem The Last Bargain. Before going to the poem, let's see something about the poet. Rabindranath Tagore was born on 7th May 1861 in Calcutta. He was also known as Bhanu Singh Thakur, Gurudev, Kabi Guru or Bivas Kabi. He was a Bengali poet, writer, music composer and painter. He was won a Nobel Prize in Literature for his notable works like Gitanjali, Gora, Rabindra Sangeet, and national anthems like Janagana Mana and Marsh Sonar Bangla. His compositions were chosen two nations as their national anthems, India's Janagana Mana and Bangladesh Amar Sonar Bangal. He died on 7th August 1941 in Calicut at the age of 80. Now let's read the poem. The Last Bargain. Come and hire me, I cried, while in the morning I was walking on the stone-paved road. Sword in the hand, the king came in his chariot. He held my hand and said, I will hire you with my power. But his power counted for naught, and he went away in his chariot. In the heat of the midday, the houses stood with shut doors. I wandered along the crooked lane. An old man came out with his bag of gold. He pondered and said, I will hire you with my money. He weighed his coins one by one, but I turned away. It was evening. The garden hedge was all aflower. The fair maid came out and said, I will hire you with a smile. After smile paled and melted into tears, and she went back alone into the dark. The sun glistened on the sand, and the sea waves broke waywardly. A child sat playing with shells. He raised his head and seemed to know me and said, I hire you with nothing. From henceforward, that bargain struck in child's play made me a free man. Let's move for the explanation part, children. Come and hire me, I cried, while in the morning I was walking on the stone-paved road. Now, the speaker of the poem walking on the stone-paved road means a road which is full of stones. While he was walking, it was morning time and he was requesting everyone to hire him for a job. Sword in the hand, the king came in his chariot. And then there came the king with a sword in his hand riding in a chariot. A chariot is a vehicle which is drawn by the horses and it is used in the ancient times by the kings. He held my hand and said, I will hire you with my power. And when the king heard that, the man's word, he held the man's hand and he told him that he will hire him with all his powers. Means that the king will give all his powers to the man for his work. But his work counted for naught, and he went away in his chariot. So when the man heard that the king wanted him to hire for his entire power, he felt that power is all unimportant. It is temporary. It is going to last long, and he did not feel that power was very important. So the man refused, and he declines the bargain and from the king, and he started to move forward. And the king went away in the chariot. In the heat of the midday, the houses stood with the shed doors. Midday means afternoon. And now it was the afternoon time where the houses has their doors were shut or closed. I wandered along the crooked lane. The speaker says that he wandered. Wandered means roamed aimlessly along with the crook, which means bent area or twisted lane. An old man came out with his bag of gold. Then there an old man came out of his house with a bag of gold coin. He pounded and said, I will hire you with my money. See, so the old man was ready to give the work for the speaker in return of bag of gold. He weighed his coins one by one, but I turned away. See, and then the old man started to count his gold coins one by one. But seeing the old man counting the gold coins, the speaker realized that these gold coins are again temporary and they last never for his life. Soon or later, after some days, they will be over. And then what to do? Thinking on those lines, the speaker rejected his offer and went away. It was evening. The garden hedge was all aflower. Now the time was of evening, and the speaker says that there was a garden where the fence of bushes was bloomed with flowers, and it means it was a beautiful garden. The fair maid came out and said, I will hire you with a smile. And now a very beautiful lady came out of her house into the garden, and she told him that she will hire him for her smile. Her smile paled and melted into tears, and she went back alone into the dark. Paled means faded. Seeing her smile fading into tears or changing into tears, the speaker thought, this smile on her face is also a temporary thing. Sometime from now on, the smile will change into the tears. So, what is the use of that smile? And therefore he rejected her bargain also. After that, the lady went back again into the dark. The sun glistened on the sand and the sea waves broke wildly. See, after this, the speaker roamed here and there, came to the beach. The sun means shone. Waywardly means disobediently. See, the sand was shining in the rays of evening. The sun and the sea waves were breaking to the shore, not in a proper manner. A child sat playing with sands, and there on the sand, a child who sat there and playing with the shells. He raised his head and seemed to know me and said, I hire you with nothing. The speaker went near the child. The child raised its head, and it seemed as the child knew the speaker, and the child told him that it is ready to hire him for a job, but he has nothing to give in return. And what was the job of a child? And it was to play with him. From henceforward, that bargain struck in child's play made me a free man. He was happy to accept the child's bargain because he thought that if he accepts the bargain from here onwards, henceforth that bargain in the child's play will set him free from all the materialistic laziness, that is, or happiness, that is the people usually get from power, wealth, beauty, happiness or sadness. Because the child was so innocent and his simplicity had attracted him, he agreed and accepted that bargain, and after accepting the child's bargain, he was fully free. And now, let's see the moral of the poem. Moral of the poem is that the man often goes seeking material happiness that comes from the power that we have seen, the money that we earn, the beauty that we are looking for, and we all always want to have, but this satisfaction always temporary, because one fine day everything will fade, but what lasts finally is goodness, simplicity and innocence, and true happiness lies there only. If find the bargain, so if you find this bargain anytime in your life, please grab it, because it is what is going to stay with you for your lifelong. Thank you.